Hello, welcome back to the Broderick Wallace channel. I've been looking for this picture for a long time. Anyone familiar with this channel, all two of you, will know that I'm very enthusiastic about my personal practice and how that relates to my ancestry and my speculation in terms of the deep past, going way back, obviously, you know, through the Dark Ages and all that good stuff, but you know, the Celtic, going back through the Neolithic in Britain. So yeah, I've been looking for this picture for a very long time and I've found it. So I am going to read what I wrote about it. First of all, just take a few moments to look. Doesn't look very Celtic, does it? Not at first glance. And the reason why that is important is because proof of the perennial tradition. I'm convinced the Celts/Druids sat in meditation much like their Indian cousins of shared Indo-European heritage, but so much is lost. Finally found it again after searching. I knew I saw this somewhere. A Celtic statue from southern France. Notice the feet are cloven and non-human. Everyone knows the Gundistrap cauldron figure as famously depicting a kind of Burmese meditation posture, but this is way more rare. Note, left hand on heart. From Wikipedia. Officially, the findings have been dated to the 3rd century BC. This age has been established based on Celtic expansion into the area, which took place around the same time. However, the clothing and gestures of certain statues found at the site suggest they date from the 5th or 6th century BC. Instead, these statues are distinguished by their unique seated position, comparable to the upright and cross-legged seated position found in statues depicting the Buddha. So there's a little bit of doubt cast on it there and a little bit of nuance, but hey, it's in southern France, for crying out loud. This is not dug up in, you know, India or Egypt for that matter. But it shares that same feel, that same characteristic. I'm just plonking myself there as to become the head on the headless one here for a moment. Yeah, this is really fascinating. And those cloven feet as well. I mean, this is very shamanic, isn't it? So you can almost imagine some beads stretching down from that left hand there that used to be there. And this is something that I've done for a long time instinctively. I like to bring the left hand up to the heart when I'm meditating. So I must admit, I did feel a kind of, you know, a sense of pride there, you know, that there was, you know, a reflection of my habits in this statue. But no big deal. I'm sure there's lots and lots of different variations of, you know, all kinds of these practices, and so much is open, you know, to interpretation, and we have almost nothing from the deep European past. And I mean, you know, only the standing stones from the deep European past, you know, pretty much. So anyway, as opposed to tapping into the vibe in terms of, you know, dreams and visions and personal practice, I think this is the strongest piece of physical evidence for the way that I feel about this subject of the universality of meditation. Would have been something that was very common in the, you know, the Celtic world, perhaps, you know, practiced by the Druids. And I'm sure they would have used beads. And trouble is, in the mind, we tend to see everything as separated off, and like we look at meditation as a very kind of Eastern thing, like we're European people doing an Eastern thing, but it's not. It's completely universal. It's, you know, something that is, you know, there's a shamanism and you know, a seated concentration practice, and a magical practice, and you know, a shared set of techniques that, you know, obviously vary, you know, here and there, but I'm sure that if one adept met another from any time period, they would have a lot in common. Okay.